Assalamu alaikum. I'm Dr. Faryal Razzaq, and we are here with our 7th episode for emotional preventive care series in COVID 19, which we call hashtag emotional well-being matters. Ladies and gentlemen, this COVID 19 has put us into some dispositions that we have never experienced before. We are feeling a lot of things. There are a lot of emotional outbursts, and since we have never been trained to channelize or manage our emotions, there is a lot of confusion going on. For instance, a lot of us, even though we are confined with the family, are feeling very lonely. Most of us are experiencing some relationship issues. And I am really shocked that a lot of domestic abuse, emotional abuse is going on. The students who are forced to take this online system has to adopt to a new system, and they are struggling with focusing. And in general, it has created a lot of stress. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the wonderful world of meditation today. Today we will be talking about meditation. And if you have taken any stress management course or training or any issues like anger management, emotional intelligence, and if you have ever attended one of my lectures and training, you would know that the first thing I suggest to go is breathing and then your meditation exercises. It's very easy to say that there are many types of meditation, and why we need meditation is because when there is so much chaos around our lives, we need grounding, we need a peace in mind. हमें अपनी ज़िंदगी के लिए, हमें अपने एग्जिस्टेंस के लिए we need certain grounding. हमें अपने आप को बावर कराना है कि things are not out of control. Because what happens is that when you are very stressed and when you are in a state of denial because you don't know what is happening to you, it is very difficult to make sense of the world, because this is the time when you need the most intelligent and logical explanations and to take control of your life. And this is the time that you feel that you have no control over your life, because at that time your brain has shifted to another mode. If it is you have created a lot of stressful thoughts or anxious thoughts around you, you might find yourself, your brain, to be shut down in the primal mode. And then if you or sometimes you just feel fuzzy thinking, you cannot think through. So what meditation does is that it keeps you grounded, it brings a certain peace in your mind. And there are certain benefits to meditation which have been proven by medical sciences through many studies, and now mind sciences is a thing. Every successful person, and if you go and ask and interview them, they meditate regularly. So there are many ways of doing meditation. There are many types of meditation. Let me tell you, walk through the benefits of the meditation first. The stress does affect your gray matter, the neurons. And if you could see the scans of the brain scans of the people who are actually chronically stressed, there are permanent damage to the brain, in layman terms, which we call it gray matter. So what meditation does is it improves the areas of the gray matter in your brain which are associated with empathy, compassion, and self-awareness. So the studies on self-awareness shows that the most successful people in the world are the ones who are actually self-aware about their strengths and weaknesses. And the person who are very confident, they may seem very confident and very sure of themselves, but they might be exhibiting narcissistic personality disorder, because self-awareness is not being overconfident. Overconfidence is something else that we will talk about, and narcissism and the toxic personality traits, we'll talk about them. So first, meditation lowers your stress hormones, and also the damage that has been done to your brain to your gray matter by meditation, stress is kind of rejuvenated by the meditation techniques. And then the students who are struggling with memory, as low as 4 days meditation can improve your attention span. So make this a habit. And people are feeling very lonely because we are together and we are all going through phases that we don't understand, and we are unfortunately exhibiting a lot of unwanted behaviors which we shouldn't be doing it. So what these unwanted behaviors does is let us be in our own shells. And everyone, if you see, most of the people I'm talking about in this COVID find themselves very lonely. And studies shows that loneliness can kill. Loneliness literally can kill. And most of the old age people die of loneliness because one study compared the result for loneliness, and it is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This is what loneliness can do to you. So what happens is, when you meditate regularly, that state of loneliness, because you are so peaceful inside, you are grounded there, and then you are not looking for happiness in the relationships and those relationships. So the people who are grounded, who meditate, and who does not feel lonely inside, even enjoy better relationships. So it is all the more important that we should be focused on the meditation as well. And not only that, regular meditation can improve your learning, your creativity, and there are a lot of benefits associated with meditation. So I couldn't emphasize more that you should be going whatever stressful or extreme emotions, extreme negative emotion you feel, your go-to strategy should be meditation. And it is very simple. Let me walk through a very simple exercise of meditation. You will find a lot of people, a lot of experts, but the thing that works for me, I'm talking about my own personal experience, is that the best time I find for meditation, and maybe the only time sometimes I find in the time on the whole day, is right before I go to bed and the moment I wake up. So these are the two best times. And why I emphasize on these two best times? Because with my experience, I can vouch for that, because these are the times when your mind is at alpha state. When your mind is at an alpha state, it is receiving information to be fed to your subconscious mind. So the things and the mantras that you feed your brain at that time is going to be registered in your unconscious and subconscious mind, and you would find a lot of benefits there. And like meditation and these mind sciences and these techniques, it's just like building a muscle. You just can't develop one day. You cannot expect that the first time you're meditating you will have that concentration. There will be thoughts, distractions. So the first thing that I would suggest is to start meditating, mindfulness meditation that we call it. What is mindfulness? Mindfulness means to be present in the now. Mindfulness is a very ancient Buddhist technique. So what mindfulness does is that if you're living in the miseries of the past, if you see a lot of traumas in the past, a lot of bad things has happened into the past, and you just can't take them out of your mind, then you're living in the past. And if you're very anxious for the future, that what is going to be, how it is going to be, my study, my career, my children, my health, my relationships, my loved ones dead, then you're living in the future. You are in the anxiousness of the future. So you need to be grounded in the now. That we call mindfulness. Mindfulness is to be present. So if you're going through a very rough patch and a very strong emotion, or some relationship issues that we are facing, all of us are facing in this lockdown, What you can do is that be present. If somebody is being unreasonable, and we all know that we cannot control the behavior and we cannot control the environment around us. What is in our hand is our own peace of mind, our own reaction to it. If somebody is a jerk around you and they don't know how to manage their feelings, and they're letting all their frustrations on you, they're treating you like a punch bag or a doormat, what you can do in that situation is just be mindful and start your breathings, because they are not getting inside your body to make those cortisols, the stress hormones, and the things, the reactions that are making you sad. So emotions are biochemical reactions. So when you are having strong thoughts, strong emotions are generated, and when these emotions are generated, there are certain hormones, there is a certain thing that are being released into your body, and it has to pass through your system. Now, unless if you try to hold and deny those emotions, you are not doing nobody any good. So let it pass. Every emotion has its own life, and let me tell you, this life is very small. It's in minutes. So if you are thinking and again on that emotion, you're giving it a life. So you're prolonging that emotion, you're prolonging the life. So the best way is to disconnect yourself. And how you're going to disconnect, I'm going to tell you today some breathing exercises. The best breathing exercise, the simplest one, is we call it 4-7-8. So what you do is you inhale for 4 at the count of 4. While you're inhaling, pay your attention to the air that is going through your nose into your lungs, and try to feel it. Try to feel it, and then hold your breath there for 7 seconds. At the count of 7, sorry. And then try to feel how the air, the oxygen is being transformed into your body. And then you exhale slowly. When you exhale slowly, you will find and try to see that what things are getting out of your body. And now how you do this breathing exercise, like I say, like 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and take this clock with you. What you can do is now you sit down in a very comfortable and a very quiet place. You have to be very, very alone and very comfortable, and at a very place where you can achieve this peace and you can experience that goodness coming inside your body. So what you do is that you practice your breathing, and with every breath you imagine, instead of counting, that you close your eyes and try to imagine that all the goodness is coming inside your body. Close your eyes and imagine that when you inhale, that all the good things are coming into your body. And at that time, try to focus your attention that which part of your body is resisting, which part do you think that is doesn't want to let go of the bad things inside your body, the bad feelings that are nested inside your body. I believe that your body is your subconscious mind. So while you are inhaling and you are imagining that the good things are coming inside your body, and while you're exhaling, you imagine that all the negative feelings, all the negativity in your body is going out of your system. When you do that, and you find those areas where you find stuck, where you think that your emotions are stuck, that incidences, that areas in your body, what you do is send some love to it. You yourself deserve the most love. So send some love to it and give a silent hug in your mind to that feeling, to that area of your body, if that feels stuck, and then just practice it. So right before you go to bed, give yourself the most positive thinking. If you are stuck in a relationship, if you feel that you are not being able to complete your task and you're lagging behind, right before you go to bed, while you breathe in and do this meditation, now tell yourself that I will do that. I will not get offended. I will treat that person as maybe a patient, or maybe I choose to ignore this person and I choose to focus on the good. So you're telling your brain the reactions that it should be having. So in the morning when you wake up, again you feel the goodness and the light coming inside your body and purifying it, and then taking all the bad and the negative feelings out of your body. This is one simple exercise, and that has helped me a lot. During the days when I had, a crazy schedule, the only thing that keeps me going is just the last 5 minutes meditation right before I go to bed and right before I wake up. I don't believe that you have to sit up in a mantra position or something. What works for me is that I do the night meditation lying down, and when I wake up, I sit down so I don't go back to sleep again. So sit up and do this, meditation and breathing exercise, mindfulness meditation, and there is a lot of other techniques that I will be sharing from time to time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are all in this together. And this is the time to grow. This is the time for self-actualization. This is the time for self-awareness. And trust me, if you are paying gratitude, and when you are doing this, sending love to yourself, give gratitude to Allah for all the blessing that you have, because your mind cannot process gratitude and anxious thought at the same time. So the more you practice gratitude, the more your mind would be focused on the goodness of the thing, and you will see the behavior changes in yourself. And it has worked wonders for me. Trust me, it has worked wonders for me. This technique, I had been practicing it for many years now. I had a very tough schedules while I was doing my PhD, and the job and the kids and the family, and this is the only thing that kept me grounded. So I wish you all the best, and please take care of yourself. Your mind is a supercomputer. Your mind has superpowers, and unleash your superpowers by this meditation and your breathing exercises. May God be with you. अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा. This is the time for istighfar. This is the time to connect. This is the time to self-reflect. May God be with you. और अल्लाह पाक हमें इस COVID-19 और इससे जो है उससे हमें बचा ले. अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.